But not to the buffet table. DeCarlosDanger.com, where no matter your political persuasion, everybody can laugh at a little wiener joke. All right, folks, it's about 3:15 in the afternoon on the 6th of December, 2017, here in sunny and tyrannical Sierra Vista, Arizona, where it is, if you're ready for some rub it in your faceness, where it currently is approximately about 60 some odd degrees and looks like mostly cloudy, but they're not the funky clouds. They're actually big, fluffy ones that kind of look like Cleveland in the wintertime. But anyway, the topic was suggested to me by Mrs. Wonderful that I should discuss my opinion on the war on drugs. I told Mrs. Wonderful, I said, hey, you may want to look at my blog. I think I wrote something last February or maybe last this, and I looked at a thing and I showed it to her. Hey, look, last January I wrote about this. This is actually pretty good. I said, you can't look at it on your phone right here, but I actually did a really pretty good PowerPoint analysis of my opinion and how things are actually how work in the war on drugs. And that is looking about like this right here. And it's pretty difficult to see on your little screen. But being as which I have the power of the computer, I can actually go to it and open it up and look at it on mine and I can talk to you about it. We'll start off in the center where the dollar sign is. Little dollar with big dollar. The patients go in with money and they exchange their value between the pharmacy or the doctor, and then they exchange their value with the pharmacy. They get a prescription. There's government oversight on each of those transactions. One for the doctor, because they have the entire public and private education system that the government is responsible for. They have the medical licensing requirements that the government is responsible for. The law enforcement, the judicial system, and the mandated insurance. It all costs money, 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 money. And on the left leg with the pharmacy, you have government, you have private and public and local and county and state and educational, and regulatory and licensing and law enforcement and mandated insurance. Again, all for money, right? And the thing is that one side of the equation, when you go through this right here and you have insurance, you're legal. And it's fine. You're just exchanging money. Because when you exchange money, the government taxes it at 7.5%. Every dollar, right? I mean, some things are exempt, and I imagine some things are less than 7.5%, but some things are more. So that triangle or that triad right there that the government is supervising has actually built the stadium that they're forcing folks to play in. And when you think about it like that, in a free society, that doesn't make any sense. Now, on the very top, it is extremely difficult to read, so I will read it to you. It says, and it's bordered on the edges by illegal. A non-all-inclusive list of every local, county, state, federal government, private, and not-for-profit access to adequate health care, including mental health, insurance, economic security, food banks, soup kitchens, food stamps, rent assistance, utility assistance, public transportation, rehabilitation centers, regulatory agencies, military, law enforcement, both local, county, state, and federal, and all intelligence agencies. Imagine if this list contained every single initial for every single agency involved in removing your personal property. In this case, your wealth from you. This entire page will be covered with initials. What about the regulations that we are subject to? As an adult, it is like looking at the unabridged dictionary for the first time as a child in school. You learn how to use it, or you fail to perform at a certain level. In this case, failing is failing to protect your personal wealth. This amount of wealth is significant when either donated, taken, or taken with the force of law. This is your property that you gained through your own individual industrious efforts. So there's some play in there. I mean, the doctor and the pharmacy both are making money off of sick people. Well, the pharmaceutical companies that supply the pharmacy are also making money. The medical equipment salesmen that sell the stuff to the doctors is making money. But it goes on and on and on, my friends. It just really, really does. It's kind of cool. I think this topic here could be one that we can keep hitting over and over and over, and that the more suggestions we get, friends and patriots, and how there's a better way of handling this, I think that we as a society and as individuals could move forward in a much, much better way, to be much more successful and to minimize the amount of drainage or amount of drain that is being taken from society. Because in order to supervise all of this stuff, they must first budget for that supervision. And when you start looking at budgeting for supervision, you start looking at words in goals and guides for governments, both local, especially local is where I saw it, and the word oversee is in it. That really kind of puts things in perspective as to where we rate on that scale. Because the last time I remember hearing the word overseer in American history, it sure wasn't involved in the governance of the whole population. Going back to the elephant in the ass upside down with the recycling triangle in there. Situational awareness and education are key in understanding pain management and the link to the war on drugs. The recycling of citizens and their property. So as long as you can go through their dance over there in that previous slide and you're paying the money and the government's getting a taste, they don't care what you're doing. But the second they're not getting a taste, and all of a sudden that stuff's illegal. I submit to you folks that doctors overprescribed medicine in the past, and that especially pain medicines, opioids, and they created this crisis that we're currently in. The ease of the ease of access to pain relieving medication is one of the causes, if not the primary cause, of the current opioid epidemic. And I'll give you my point here in a second. The example I use will be my personal life, and that'll be because this is my knee juice that was drained from me. Why was it drained from me? Because I couldn't walk. I get gout severely, and it's terribly debilitating. You can't move. It's extremely painful. It's a form of arthritis, and it's very debilitating on your joints. I've had it in my feet for probably 15 years. I probably got it from eating the food I ate in the Navy, being as which I helped load the stores, with the captain when we would pass on the food that said rejected by the United States Army, United States Air Force, that meat and stuff like that. But it's pretty painful, and I was hobbled in the fall. It gets me tradition of the seasons. I've been really careful this year. My knees have been, my legs and feet have been really extremely sore with the change of barometric pressure in the sun. It's one of the things that has kept me living out west as long as it has. It's just more stable of an environment weather-wise than it is back east, where you end up with fronts that pass through all the time. Those on my body are debilitating at the current time. They really, really are. And how I choose to get the pain relief that I need to have is really nobody else's business than mine. It's my own personal liberty. And when you exercise your personal liberty, it comes down to you're not spending your money or your accrued property in the manner seen fit by others on how you use your property to make your life better. whether that be having a roof over your head, the food you put in your body, or the medicine that you take for pain relief. That's what it really comes down to, folks, is it comes down to personal liberty for the pain relief that you require at the time that you desire to have it. An update on today's Bitcoin front. It's currently trading for over $13,500 a coin. That's right, ladies and gentlemen, Bitcoin's over 13.5. Currently, Evergreen Coin is trading around 37 cents a coin. An outstanding place you can invest your property in your endeavors to keep it safe and not get demonetized out. Evergreencoin.org, check it out. Help the environment. DeCarlosDanger.com is a place that everybody can laugh at a little wiener joke. If you'd like to donate Bitcoin to the Carlos Danger and help this production, and help me get better at it, I'd appreciate it. Not required, but thank you very much for, if you watched this far, you are the person that I am talking to. I hope I know you're a patriot. I know you're trying to get information, and I know you're trying to make your own assessment on the world around you. I wish all of you peace and prosperity. This is Michael DeCarlo signing off as DeCarlosDanger.com. Please pay attention so you don't become a sheep.